Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. All right. Let's get to your messages. The overall energy of this reading is the Lovers in reverse. It looks like we're talking about what doesn't work in relationships. What do we need to know? What's the overall energy of this reading? Okay, this is relationships. Okay, I'm getting the picture. One of the underlying reasons to be in a relationship is because you don't want to be alone, because of financial reasons, because of it's a lot of fear about being alone, that you need someone, you have to have someone. It feels like a belief that like you need to be picked. You need to have someone see you in a romanticized way and pick you so you feel complete. So they validate you. They validate your lovability, but it's coming from unmet needs and woundedness, this type of relationship. Not all relationships, but the type that this reading is about relationships that are based in need and neediness and lack. So it looks like when we participate in this type of relationship from a need, not I feel confident, I feel secure, I feel safe within myself, and then I find someone who is also like that, so we can share expansion. This feels like it sets people up to sacrifice their themselves, their soul desires, their wants, because there's this need to be in a relationship. It feels like that is focus, like you have to be in a relationship so you can be validated. Yeah, okay, the energy's repeating. So let's move on to the hidden blessings. In this reading is the Four of Wands. Celebration, happiness, joy. This is in your home. This is loving where you are, being celebrated, being appreciated where you are, loving life. Wow. Love that. It feels like you are tapping into this energy. It feels like you're consciously manifesting. I want to be happy where I live. You know, I spend so much time and the relationships closest to me that I want it to be enjoyable. I want to enjoy life. And anywhere where there's a lack of ability to heal, people who don't want to change, it feels like moving away. Instead of trying to get someone to change into what you need to get your needs met, there's a need to heal what's within, heal that woundedness instead of having that woundedness like a endless well, like a black hole that can't be filled by others, no matter how much celebration, how much joy, how much lifting up, how much people try to tell you. It's just this endless wounded space. There's a need to go within and heal that wound, heal that, recognizing that it can't be healed by others. It has to be healed at the root by you, by going within. It looks like you're moving away from those who just refuse to evolve, refuse to shift. It feels like moving on, moving forward, even though this is it feels like this is really difficult, very difficult to walk away from whatever relationship. It feels like mostly because there's so many fears that you have to face. You have to face being alone. You have to face doing things by yourself, of what others think of you. It looks like there are a lot of people that have a lot to say about what you do and how you move. And it looks like you're figuring out how to center yourself, love yourself first, heal that woundedness. This is the hidden blessings energy. It's interesting. I think what I'm getting, even though there's this difficulty and heartache that's coming through, it feels like this is happening for you. If you have that perspective, instead of this is happening to me, I'm a victim to this. If this is happening for me, then how would my perspective change? How would I think about things? How would I move if I knew that this was happening for me and not to me? So feels like there's a perspective shift that you could really tune into as a blessing. All right, what you're leaving behind is Three of Pentacles. Interesting. You're leaving behind. What do we need to know about what they're leaving behind? This almost looks, okay, there we go. I was going to say, this feels like work. No, here come the cups. Okay. You're leaving behind the fantasy of something working out, of something, of settling. It feels like trying to get someone on board, it almost feels like you're leaving behind also pretending that everything's fine, that leaving behind relationships that don't have potential, with the High Priestess in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess upright has unlimited potential. She uses her intuition to guide her. The Two of Cups upright, what a lovely pair. They very loving. There's plenty of cups in this imagery. Actually, there's 3 cups. If you also look at the one in the background. Plenty. But your cards came in reverse. And so this is a lack of potential in relationships. Maybe also in the past you didn't follow your intuition. You had this pattern of you need someone, I'm also getting limerence fantasy, a fantasy version, not really seeing the person clearly, but seeing what you're projecting onto that person. You could be my perfect person. You could be my knight in shining armor, my princess, my queen. You could be, oh my gosh. So it feels like instead of being grounded and waiting to see if this person, who this person really is, looking at the red flags, looking at any flags, looking at the reality of who this person is and giving time instead of rushing in type of energy. It looks like you're leaving that behind, leaving behind relationships where there's no potential. Also, there's a message here, quite possibly leaving behind people who present as one thing, but they're really another. Bait and switch. Someone who's telling you what you want to hear, but they're not that person. They're a mirage. So you're leaving that behind. That's good. How to get the most of this energy is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I think when we realize that something's not working, to not invest anymore in that. As painful and difficult as that is, I think pulling your energy back, accepting the reality. I'm also getting someone who's not willing to put in the work in the relationship. Wow. I'm getting to, wow, very interesting. When you have opportunities, romantic opportunities, options, to take your time, see, invest a little bit of energy, a little bit of time, a little bit, and then wait and see if they match your energy. What level? Is it the same? Is it more? Then you can match there. But the moment they go lower, they don't respond, or they don't, something shifts, then you shift too. You don't stay up here. It feels like someone comes in really strong and you're like, yes, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love this. Oh, this is great. But then they shift their energy at some point. But you stay here, kind of love drunk type of energy, instead of, okay, as disappointing as this is, let's come down and match that energy. Or make decisions like, now that I have this, I don't want someone I don't want someone who's this inconsistent. You can make decisions like that for yourself. Or someone who comes on strong at first, love bombing, but then shifts and bait and switch, and they really can't maintain that energy. So it feels like being a little more practical in regards to love. That fantasy fairy tale that we all love about being so practical and grounded around love. We haven't had a lot of those, but that's what this message is. So I can see why with romantic books and stories, and even childhood Disney princess stories that I grew up on, Snow White, Cinderella, the greatest thing that I could ever hope for is a Prince Charming to rescue me and live happily ever after. So it's in our society, it's in the collective. So it looks like it's as a collective, we are looking at and examining how we relationship. Again, a verb. All right. What's supporting you is the King of Pentacles. It looks like you are finding your own stability, your own security. It's like with the red in this card, it looks like you're focusing on your base chakra, staying grounded, building your own foundation. This feels wise. Like, I need stability. You know, what are your base needs? Maslow, but really your base chakra tells you, I need stability and security. I need abundance. I need materials to build a foundation that's balanced, and then build up from there. So this looks really good. It looks like you're having success with focusing on building your finances. And wow, whatever you've gone through has made you stronger. Look at this image of the Strength card where she's got this lion that she's buddy with. This is her inner demons, the lion, the inner out of control energy within each of us. And instead, it looks like she's tamed that. She understands how to utilize uncomfortable energies, anger, frustration, and she's not going to allow those inner energies to create trauma bonds or dependence. It's courage to look down, look at your enemies. That seems a little too. Look at your fears. I didn't like that. Look at your enemies. Look at your fears. Look at what's blocking you. Hint, it's within. That's why the enemies thing didn't jive, didn't resonate, because it's not outside, it's within. Conquering those inner demons. And I mean demons lightly. You know what I hope you know what I mean. Wow. 6 of Wands. There's a lot of happiness here, a lot of celebration. It feels like you're creating a lot of balance for yourself. You're finding happiness outside of romantic. That's why. Because you're not putting all of everything in one basket. A romantic relationship needs to fulfill me, sustain me, elevate me. It's going to solve all my problems. It looks like you're deconstructing that and you're having fun in different ways. Love can be expressed in many different ways, not just in a romantic relationship, and fun and a work that's fulfilling. It looks like you're also getting noticed publicly, that it feels like a glow up after relationshiping in ways that didn't help. You also have a lot. It's like you've created a third way. Instead of this or that, I need to do this or that, very limited thinking. It's like you found a different option, a different truth, a different way for you to move and show up in the world more authentically, more yourself, not trying to limit yourself by the structures that are already here, the ideas of how you need to show up and how you need to live, especially in regards to relationships. And so that's supporting you in this energy. Beautiful. Okay. What to be mindful of is the Chariot in reverse. Obstacles, setbacks. challenges that are hard to overcome. What do we need to know about these? Again, I'm getting the message that to shift that perspective of what obstacles and challenges mean to you. They are giving you the opportunity to heal something, to shift. When you see something you don't prefer, instead of trying to get that to change, go within and heal and change. Make decisions. Is this something I want to continue working with as it is, not the possibility, the potential that it might change in the future? I think I get the feeling that some of you are like, but it could possibly change this relationship. It could, if I just stay with it a little longer. I've put this many years into this, or this many months into this relationship, and it feels like a lot to me. It feels like acknowledging the reality. It looks like you're healing those limitations within relationships. That you're not interested in a relationship that isn't for you, just to have a false sense of security of being with, hey, I got someone's chosen me. This is kind of also placeholder energy, just picking someone so at least I don't have to address my own woundedness. I don't have to address my lack of self-worth. I don't have to address the lack of value I perceive in myself. Being willing to go through the grief and come out the other side a very different person. Someone who can go the distance, someone who's very grounded, someone who is reliable, who isn't rushing, who knows themselves and is confident. Wow. All right, I'm going to end your reading here. Or if you have resonated and you're still listening and you're interested, I'm going to take this over to Patreon. The link is in the description box below. Extended reading here. And I'll go ahead on Patreon, the extended reading. We're halfway through your reading. And look at health, relationships, creativity, new opportunities, and career and finance. So, all right, have a great day. See you over on Patreon if that resonates for you. Bye.